Hey all, welcome to ShareTreck. This is Raj here, friends. Fantastic day today. Nvidia really made our day. In fact, I think it has made our 2024 because of the gains that we saw in the portfolio overall. Now it's a question of smart profit taking at the right time so that we can preserve the gains and build on it. And that's what differentiates a successful investor from a not so successful investor. And I'm pretty sure that I'm going to lose the opportunity to preserve my gains. I'm always afraid of that. When is the right time to take profit? That's the biggest questions. Anyway, those are philosophical issues. Let's quickly go to our regular schedule of looking at the fear and greed index, the stock market heat map, and then the TradingView platform to see how things went today and what's going to happen tomorrow and what we could possibly do tomorrow. Let's get started. Here we are in the fear and greed index, and you can see that we are at 78, which is into extreme greed. And this is the time when I have to get rid of the XXX leveraged FNGU, but I'm still holding it. I have a profit of around 27% on it, and my greed is still extreme. I'll see tomorrow morning how the futures look, and based on that I'll make a decision whether to sell the FNGU and capitalize on it and keep the profits with me. So with that said, let's look at the stock market heat map, and you can see a sea of green everywhere. And there are those defensives which have seen a lot of flight of capital. You have energy and utilities which have lost capital. And again, regional banks also seem to be having some problem. That could be because of the elevated interest rates. So overall, the MAG 5, MAG 6, MAG 7s, whatever you may call them, all of them were green today, including Tesla. So that's a very good situation to be in. And if you look at the economic calendar, there was not any blip on the radar thanks to Nvidia, because the initial jobless claim, in my opinion, came up much stronger than expected. And continuing jobless claims also are looking pretty stronger than expected. So I think this has been ignored by the market. We'll see what happens tomorrow. And if you look at the TradingView platform, let's go to the futures. We have a slight negative in the Nasdaq futures, negative minus 0.02%. Is this indicative of a rout tomorrow where we give all the gains up and there's a whole lot of profit taking, and what would happen? But 0.02 negative is something we have seen in the past. It can alter in the morning. Then we look at the indicators. We have QQQ, which was up 2.93%, entered back into the bull channel. So let us leave this diagonal line green. We are back into it right now. RSI has room to go up, and it was a steep jump from medium level of momentum, so it's good. If you look at VIX came down 5.3%. It is still again being held down by the 100-day exponential moving average. It tried to go up, it was pushed down again, and then out here it is now below the 9-day exponential moving average, and it's being supported by the 100-day exponential moving average, which is at 14.31. We are at 14.53. If tomorrow we were able to break down from there, then I think that will be a good sign that we are going to avoid the slump that we were envisaging in February and March timeframe. I'm rooting for that. S&P 500 was up 2.07%. And post-market, I think I don't have a reading here because I'm a bit late in recording today. Dow Jones Industrial was up 1.16%. It's above the 9-day exponential moving average. RSI is looking great. USD index was down 0.06%. Russell index was up 0.76%, above the 9-day exponential finally. RSI is also looking decent. And if you look at US oil, it was down 0.00%. Put call ratio is, I would still say 0.94 is neutral. If it goes to 0.7, I'll say it is bullish. Then I'm going to move on to genomics. And in genomics, DNA has done reasonably well with a gain of 2.33%, which amounts to 3 cents. Still on the diagonal line of support from a bull channel and resistance from the 9-day exponential moving average. And CRISPR was up 4.59%, and it's doing extremely well. It has converted another resistance at 83.46 into a support. I'm just going to make the line thicker so that you can see. That has now become a support, and our next resistance is sitting at 88.09. The question is, in the next 15 days, can CRISPR Therapeutics go to 100? I have already seen that in the covered call uh, 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 pricing. We have strike prices of up to 115, so that's very much in the range of possibilities. RSI is almost overbought, so I think tomorrow we'll see a little bit of a consolidation, and then probably the support at 83.46 will come into play. ARCG was up 2.30%, still constrained by this horizontal line of resistance at 31.11, but it has converted the 9-day exponential into a support. Caribou was up 1.17%, still in the bullish pennant, supported by the 9-day exponential moving average. It has to break out tomorrow. RSI is looking good, and momentum is also pretty good. Plenty of room for it to go up. I'm rooting for Caribou to go up. I have put out a video today on Caribou Biosciences. Please check it out. It's a quick recap in advance of the earnings release that is coming on the 18th of March for Caribou. Verve was up 1.45%, looking pretty good. The chart is getting stronger. RSI is also looking good. IMTX was up 0.42%, still looking decent. And IMTX, after that we have Bluebird, which was up 8.26%, which was a very smart gain. It's at 1.18, and we have the earnings due today. I have not yet seen it so far, but I'll make a video on it as soon as I get my hands on the earnings report. We have Bionanogenomics, which was down minus 0.85%, and Prime was down minus 0.47%. Prime still looks viable. Beam was up 5.60%, and it's looking very strong for tomorrow as well. Allogene was down minus 1.80%, and we have Pacific Biosciences at 0.98 positive today, and we have Editas, which was down 1%, getting support from the 9-day and the 20-day exponential moving average. Momentum is looking weak. Illumina was down minus 0.63. It seems to be tracking this line of support on a bear channel, which is very gradual. Hopefully, we see some improvement in the momentum in order to reverse the trend. I guess the market is looking for the proof that Grail is disposed. We'll find out in the next few days what's holding back Illumina. Intelia was up 1.12%, still on the diagonal line of support out here. So it's looking decent out here because the momentum is almost average. But the fact that it's being pushed down by all the exponential moving average makes it a bit difficult for this chart to progress further. That said, let us go and have a look at AI, which is where all the action was. Palantir was up 3.74%. RSI has plenty of room to move. Chart is looking strong. Nvidia was up 16.40%. And you will notice that the RSI has plenty of room to go up. Traditionally, I would say above 70 is overbought. But in this case, because of the kind of revenue growth it has shown and projected, I think it has delivered, and the market is trying to come to grips with it. So I don't rule out further increases. And as I said before, we have this spot at 88.41, which is the resistance in the RSI, at which point Nvidia will come down. This is my personal opinion, not financial advice. So guys, please do your own due diligence. Then we have FNGU, which was up 13.74% today. RSI is still not overbought, so there is plenty of room for RSI to go up. AMD was up 10.69%, looking very smart out here. It has broken out of the bullish pennant on the upside as predicted, fully supported by the 9-day exponential moving average. And there is this whole region of consolidation, which I want to show you, this whole region of consolidation. Now, this is going to form the foundation for it to go up further. So that's how I would say this looks like. Now next, if we go on to INTC, which is Intel, it was down 1.13%. And you can see that out here we have some kind of a cup and handle formation coming up, in my opinion. We'll see what happens. If we see any improvements out here, then I would say that, yeah, we have got a cup and handle. There is a huge gap down which has to be filled up also, and momentum is not that good in this chart, so Intel is looking weak for sure. Meta was up 3.87%. Again, another gap up out here on top of this huge gap up. It's very irregular movements. It's also overbought, so I'd be a bit cautious with Meta. And ASML is doing well at 4.81% gain today. And again, a huge gap up. All the gap up is happening here because of Nvidia. It has blown the expectations of the market, and nobody was believing what could happen with Nvidia except for the hardcore believers. That's why you see the huge gap up. And then you have Microsoft, which was up 2.35%, again a huge gap up. And Google was up 1.03%. It's starting to look strong. It has gone on top of the line of resistance, which has now become a bull channel. And I think the RSI is looking good. The momentum is also moving in the right direction. It's going to be above average. I'm wishing the best for Google. It has got all the footsteps in place for a bull progression. ARM was up 4.17. Friends, ARM is highly overvalued in my opinion. Check out my earlier analysis of Nvidia versus ARM versus AMD. This is the most overrated stock in terms of pricing. So be careful out there. Apple was up 1.12%. But the chart is still looking weak. It has to improve further. Amazon was up 3.55%. Chart is looking excellent. There could be more growth for Amazon on the tabs for the next few days. And then we have Micron Technology, which we added yesterday, looking smart. A very smart recovery, and the momentum came down from below average to above average. It's looking very strong for tomorrow. It's on top of all the exponential moving averages, looking very good now. And then we have a Broadcom, which was up 6.31% today. Plenty of room on the RSI to go up. It's looking fabulous right now. Qualcomm was up 1.80%. It's also looking pretty good, well poised to go further up today. It's supported by the 9-day exponential moving average. It will go up tomorrow again, in my opinion. And we have Applied Materials, which was up 4.94% today. And its RSI is almost overbought. I'll have to spend a few more weeks understanding these last four stocks that we spoke about to see if I could put a red line of resistance here like I have done for Nvidia, because these are all semiconductor stocks. I'll get that done in the next couple of weeks, and then we'll have a better read on these new entrants to our charts. Well, friends, that brings me to the end of this video. And in terms of conclusion, what I'm going to do is tomorrow I'm going to watch the pre-market action, look at the futures for NASDAQ. If the NASDAQ futures is red, the first thing off the gate, I'm going to sell off my FNGU holdings. I got around 55 of them. There's a huge profit in there. Just grab the profit and sit on the sidelines. I'm not selling Nvidia. I'm not selling AMD. I have around 20 ARM, which I'll probably dispose of when the market opens if I feel that it's going to go down. The clue for me is going to be Nvidia. If Nvidia still looks green pre-market, then I'm assured that I can watch at least 5 minutes into the market open before taking all these decisions. So that's what I plan to do, my friends. And I hope you guys made a lot of profits. Please put your exploits in the comments below, and I can take some vicarious pleasure on your great deals that you have made and the profits that you have booked. With that, my friends, I'd like to bring this video to an end. Thanks and have a great day. Bye for now.